This is my mic, OBS. I need to figure out how to uninstall that crap. Which I'm doing right now. Because this is stupid. Okay. It doesn't exist. Anyways. Yes, Blade of All. At least I know what I'm looking for this time, so I can be aware of it and ready for it. But I shouldn't have to reset my audio and my mic every day. Hi, Dr. Winter. I have no idea, Act. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Hi, Tiff Tag. I do hope everyone's day is going well. Do a little cleanup, first and foremost. Start. Yeah, hopefully this will either be fixed soon or worked around soon or something. Wait, I need presses. What do I need for presses? Gold? Iron? What do I need for that? Hardwood. That's the thing I'm missing. The good news is I'm currently getting my axe upgraded. So hopefully we will have access to hardwood soon. Hello, Zach Taft. Next question. Why are you so stupid, Laura? Well, you see. So yeah, since we're kind of resetting, we're going to undo all of this. Just the whole thing. After this is the long dark, Dr. Winter. I can tell you that right now. That's what you're looking for. Ironically, it would probably fit best in Strategy Act. I know it sounds weird, but, you know, whatever. You'd also just shared in images, but one of those three will probably do. I mean, I'd rather you not do it in all three. If I had an idea of how long the long dark would be, I would tell you, my kimono. However, as I am not psychic, that you know of, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. By knowledge, there is no reliable source of clay. There's just, hey, you found some clay, congrats. That's kind of it. Oh, no, no. That was the right one. There we go. No, I didn't, Zach Taft. Which one's that one? All according to plan, like, come on. Okay, so... Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, I do like terrible-looking farms, as is obvious by my screen. Alright, we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay. Sure. Hello, Evo. How are things? What do we need? We do. So we need a crystal fruit and a snow yam. Is there such a thing as a snow yam? Well, there probably is. Everything is wonderfully wintry, as it is often the case. Have some mayonnaise. Hey, Maru. Have some mayonnaise. Careful, Eva. We might actually romance someone this year. Or season. I can't help it. I must romance. I need to figure out what Caroline likes. Linus should be easy. I forget if my thing's ready. My god, I'm too late to check. Whatever. Whatever. I said the town feels awfully dead. I suppose that's whatever. Yes, the Furt Master has returned. Sort of. Bye, Elliot. We'll never talk to you. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to give you mayonnaise. The gift of mayonnaise is the gift that keeps on giving. Because birthdays offer 8 times the friendship gain for gifts. So. Oh, there's Penny, our one true love. Who I know because I keep giving her mayonnaise. No, of course not, Eva. Don't be silly. Hi, Sam. Have some mayonnaise. Oh, wait. Apparently Sam is one of the people who doesn't like mayonnaise. I know the kids don't. I know Caroline doesn't. Apparently Sam is the 4th. 5th. In fact, hang on. Mayonnaise. Sebastian's the other one. Sebastian and Sam. So have some mayonnaise, Pam. I guess. Some mayonnaise. Hi, Emily. Mayonnaise. Hey, Shane. Mayonnaise. Harvey. Mayonnaise. Willie. Mayonnaise. Because I have a regular, repeatable source of mayonnaise, and I haven't been giving gifts pretty much all year, because I haven't had a reliable source of gifts. But now I do. And mayonnaise is liked by all but 5 characters. Not, and when I say liked, I mean there's like love, like, neutral, dislike, hate. So like is almost as good as it gets. And look at all that friendship. Look at it. Beautiful. Everybody likes this except for Clint. Everybody likes you, Clint. Those are machines going. Okay, they're doing that. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. Yeah, Wizard you kind of have to go out of your way to raise friendship with. I suppose that's true for several of them, but Wizard's really just out there. Although he's not as bad as Krobus, who, by the way, it is Krobus' birthday today. I think he's from the Eastern Forest, Mike D'Amato. Okay, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do 3 or 2? I want to do 3. I wish I'd thought of before I laid this out, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, yeah, Question Man's not on. Y'all keep adding more and more and more and more and more things I need to keep track of every morning. God. Can you think of a way to do ranks without resorting to giving them OP abilities like an XCOM? So can I think of a way to add military ranks to units in a video game without having that tied into their abilities? No. The only real purpose behind having ranks in a video game is that. Like, that's true even for larger strategy games, for example, where you want to have you want to promote this person to admiral so they can give their benefits to the fleet, or promote this person to general so they can give their abilities to the army. Like, that's just kind of universally how that works in video games, obviously. Supposedly it does, Dakota, but I don't know specifics. Excuse me, Major Tom. Thank you. And yeah, giving them abilities without giving them ranks is fine, but at that point the ranks have no reason to exist, so you've just Thanos the ranks out of existence, which is, again, fine. That is an answer to that. That's what I thought. So let's get rid of those. Hold on to the mayo. And the milk, obviously. We don't have any hardwood yet, do we? We have 1. Well, that'll be the next thing. Okay, so then I want... She is a cool character. That's why I talked her up so much. I spent too much time discussing her during yesterday's stream. I joke. It was not too much time. She's awesome. I'll hit the mine soon, don't worry. I kind of want to do a couple things before we do that, though. I'm sorry, Warp Core. I don't blame you for not liking it. Like it or not, this is definitely a game that is improved by the inclusion of a walkthrough, or a wiki, or however you want to think about that. I'll go ahead and get rid of that one right there. Which will end up going here. Or having just played it a bunch. So, we don't get rain, we get snow. Ooh, a wood chipper. You can break hardwood into regular wood. Why would I do that? I need more hardwood. Catch a fish from the ocean at night. Oh, catch a squid, specifically. Okay. We could try that. Ironically, I don't believe snow does anything gameplay-wise. Purely cosmetic. Like, if you've got crops out, because there are crops you can grow in winter, they are not affected by snow. Alright, my little mayonnaise making machines. Have some food. Nah, Major Tom's fine. He's a trooper. He's level 5 now. Soon-ish, I hope to actually get some cheese going, too, but that's going to take a little bit more work. We're a little behind the husbandry, because I basically just started at the end of the fall. But on the plus side, we do have 4 chickens and 4 cows, which is kind of the hardest part of setting up for husbandry. So we should have a source of income, should I choose to use it. New. Hey. Okay. So I can't do anything more with that at the moment. So let's go head into town. Yeah, cheese sells for a couple hundred per. Which is pretty nice. I have no idea. I agree, though, Evo. The invitation to her was pretty much always the same, even before we actually started, which was, if you have time, great, and if you don't, well, okay. Here's the tree. I wonder if it's like, raft, of all things, where the quantity of nearby flowers affects the quality of the honey. And there's my axe. Hang on. Don't close yet, Clint. Oh, that's a good point. We need to name our mayonnaise brand. I'll call it Penny Brand Mayonnaise. Aw. Never mind. We're not calling it that. We'll call it Fellowship. No, hang on. Let me think about this. Summer and winter are both tied with 9 birthdays. I'm trying, Act. It's yet another thing I have to keep track of in the morning. That's why I forgot the question man this morning. I gotta do all that stuff manually, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Always up for upping my production quality, or production values rather. There is probably a way to automate it. I wouldn't know how, but there is probably such a method. Oh, oh, oh. Start making some cranberry jelly. No. That absolutely would not work. They're literally separate text files. They have to be. Because one of them is running a script and the other one is a raw text dump. I'm not sure what to make of that Grey Widow, but I'll take it. Right. That's what I'm doing. There's a specific thing I'm doing today. Let's focus. Let's not waste time. I might have to restart the day. So it might have taken too long. I believe it's 10. Yeah, but in a good way. Yeah, I know where the Lost and Found is. I don't know if Sis ever checked it, though. Might be able to get these 4. Define act. Okay, now I need to run. Run. Enough for 2 cheese fingers. That'll have to do for now. What's funny about cheese is so you make milk, which can get better. You can use milk to make cheese, which can get better. You can age cheese, which makes it better. There's actually a fairly large amount of efficiency with some of the products in making them just sell for more and more and more and more. And if this was something like... I'm not going to make it. If there's something like Factorio, there should totally be like a resource chain where you can just automatically feed from one to the other. Ah! God damn it, Clint! You are the worst! 10 seconds too late. Okay, that's okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, cheese and potatoes. What do you grow? Cheese and potatoes. I'm not sure if I've ever had smoked cheese. Ah, I get what you mean, Act. Ironically, we have a lot of precedence for that not being a positive. But we do have a precedence for giving Leah some mayonnaise. You see, ironically, the only place I could probably get a hold of something like aged cheese would be from Amazon. Oh, wow, check it out. There's a bot. It's really impressive. Thank you for bothering to bot my tiny, irrelevant little channel. Goodbye forever. As I was saying. I need to sort my damn inventory. Yep, I really need to sort my inventory. Okay, hold up. Since daylight's burning, let's go do this. Except I don't have that yet. Okay, hang on. New plan. I hope that's not a trend, but it probably is, Dakota. Which sucks. Wood, stone, and copper. We have no stone. We have literally no stone. Okay. The good news. So we have a steel pickaxe right now. So I was thinking about doing an Imperial image, what does it say, the Imperial symbol, on the farm, but the problem is, ironically, the pixel count is either too big or too small. I could still actually do it, but I'm not sure what I would do in the space, because originally I was going to have it stretch across the whole farm, but it's not big enough to really make that image work, to look good, in other words. So I could make, like, for example, one of the squares, like one of these things up here, include the Imperial symbol, because I've worked out how to make it that small. But then I'm not sure what I would do with it other than, you know, have it there. I mean, I guess I could make it decorative. Put flowers in there and stuff like that. I don't know. The former. Too uneventful. I'm sorry, I don't mean this as a dig, Act, but I find that funny considering most people complain about how there's too much to do. What the heck is this? What's a mahogany tree? Alright, let's put the hardwood in. Let's just do this, actually. They are purely aesthetic. Yes, Hero. Get that. I mean, I would assume so, Dakota, but I've never even heard of such a thing. So I'm just kind of like, I suppose that makes sense, Act. So, you'll never get it, of course, because the whole point and structure of the game is designed around the idea of you raising people's friendship as a way of progressing the story. Whether that's good or bad is a little bit more debatable, but that is clearly the intent. Let's start making some grape wine, I think. What would blueberry wine taste like? Hence the mayonnaise thing, which simplifies the whole gift-giving process tremendously. Like, oh, across winter, you're going to see these hearts just skyrocket as we just run around giving mayonnaise to everybody. Okay. Let's do that with a little bit of time we have left here. I mean, I said several days ago, one of the things I think this game could benefit most from is the event system. But that's also true for an inordinately large different number of games out there. Properly designed event systems are legit. I don't think the cat would like mayo. I could be wrong. Alright, so let's get rid of that. And that. Still need the snow yam. I don't care for player-generated content. Does this qualify? No. Essentially, very, very little of these, like maybe 2% of this game, would qualify as player-generated player-generated content. This is inordinately developer-generated content. Events, quests, side tasks, farming, mining, doing all the stuff I don't even know about yet. All of that is developer-generated content. I was hoping for a snow yam. There are occasionally betas for WoW. They don't last very long. They're usually only like a week. Well, I would argue there is no player-generated content here, but I allowed for the asterisk on the off chance that somebody decided to argue against me. The argument would be that being able to do things like customize your farm or come up with your own little ways of organizing things, which a lot of players have done, would qualify as player-generated content. I, of course, do not agree with that. But, rather than argue it, I just allowed for the 2%. Grapes shouldn't be in here. Also in co-op. That's actually a valid point. No, actually, neither of those go in there. Oh my god. Here. And there come the mowers to prove that I'm secretly a robot. Mods are mods. They're not player-generated, they're not developer-generated, they're mods. More snow. No, this game does very good co-op. It has double positive co-op. Hi, Malachor. Yeah, mods are mods. They're their own category for a reason, because that is a whole other ballgame. Oh yeah, I forgot my chicken name. So I've got Savicom, Hazardous, Evo, and 645-43474. Obviously. Okay. See, I wouldn't do that because I actually like my cows. Damn, are we already out of hardwood sources? No, Balacrum. Do me a favor, hit refresh, and a button might pop up, which you then hit, and then it's like, hey... Well, if you don't have internet at home, I can recommend a laptop so you can take it into internet cafe or some other place that has internet and use it there. I would also recommend a laptop if you can take it into work and play video games at work, since hauling your actual computer into work is a colossal hassle, speaking from experience. And thank you, Malachor. As always, if you want to put that towards something, do please let me know. Yeah, I used to haul my computer into work every day. And unfortunately, because I then ended up working so many hours, like 70 plus on average, up to the 100 range, I ended up just installing my computer at work after a certain point and just not having a computer at home. Upgrade my axe, please. You. I should talk to people. Hey, Penny. Got something for you. Or I've already given her... What day? Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, laptops are also a lot harder to repair, and that's definitely speaking from experience. Ugh. Laptops are a pain to do hardware changes on, or update, or maintenance, or repair, or anything like that. Just, ugh. Arkham Origins, you got it. Yeah, they generate a lot. Well, they're less heat efficient is probably the way I should actually phrase that. Yeah, that's another thing. Some parts... Anything's replaceable at a certain level, but you start increasing the amount of literal physical work and tools and know-how and cost, the more complicated replacing a part is. I sincerely doubt that Arkham Origins is going to get funded in the next 2 days, but you never know. Yes, we're already past the jellyfish holiday. Even if it was, I'd be waiting until after Christmas, because, you know, I gotta go do other stuff. We still have to start the long dark of Moria. My inventory is full. You know what's funny for me, personally? Opening a laptop is certainly a pain. Closing a laptop back up properly, much harder. Damn it. Still not seeing any snow yams. Yeah, to this day, there's a laptop of a friend of mine which doesn't close properly, and probably never will at this point. Alright, I have a lot of crap. Let's toss some of this. that, and that. We're saving the Nautilus, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. It was like a check. Was it here? There it is. Nautilus shop. I was right. Yeah. Air cooling. Because air cooling is technically better in terms of how much it can cool, and is much less of a pain to set up. It's also quieter than water cooling, which is important for me because I stream from my computer. Like, my computer's right there. Just checking something. And this is, yeah, I still need a copper bar. Get a gold bar, that's the real limiter there. And that's money. Oak is the other one. Why do people pick water cooling? I suppose it's the same people pick RGBA, when it comes to setting up the computer, because it looks cool. Also, at this point, and by this point I mean about 2 years ago when I was setting up my current nuclear submarine, water cooling was cheaper. When winter hit, Dryaxia. Yeah, on winter 1. Oh no, good fans are much more expensive than water cooling. My fans alone are like $400 total. I'd have to think about that one. Give me a minute. Let me give Leah some mayonnaise, like you do. Ironically, fan technology has developed a lot in the last decade or so, because there's a lot of good movements, and there's a reason the fans I'm using are so good and so quiet and keep the thing so cool. It's because they're really good fans. But anyways, Marnie, talk to me. So I've got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got the 12 up front. Yeah, very quiet. I don't know if anybody of you were there when I did my turning on and setting up my computer stream a couple years ago. But when I turned the thing on, I couldn't even hear it. It was so disorienting how quiet it was. Compared to the people who are mowing the lawn outside my door right now. Yeah, it was towards winter, and it was 2 winters ago, so... Okay, they finally started to move on. I swear they just paused outside my window an extra long period of time. just to spite me. What was I saying? Fans. So I've got 12 up front. I've got the 8 up top. And then I've got the 4 on the back. So that's what, 24? Oh, and I've also got the 2 on the bottom. So that's 26. I have 26 fans of 3 different sizes. I'm using the Death Doom case of Ultimate Destruction. I don't remember the name of the thing. It's like 4 feet tall. It's beautiful. I love it. Even when I eventually start doing some changes with it, I'm probably going to keep the case because this case is amazing. My PC is kept at a nice, cool temperature, as it should be. Just like a nuclear submarine. All right, let's say hello to Penka. Thank you. Always appreciate. And I will be jotting that down for Frostpunk. See, ironically, I need a bigger case because I need more space. Like, have you seen how big my GPU is? Jeez Louise. Okay. I can actually fit a second computer inside that case. It's even designed for it. There's a second motherboard thing that you adhere a motherboard to in there. Yeah, the 40 series is not small. Oh, for God's sakes. Now, admittedly, I don't have my case kitted out, so it doesn't look cool. Below, Warp Core. I am on year 1, yes. That's a good question, Loner. And unfortunately, it depends on a lot of things from you. What you want, how you want it, etc. I would not recommend the 3090. The 3090 is a waste of money. Also, your budget, your tech savviness, while we're on the subject. Start making some cheese. And the kind of games you intend to play, and what you're going to use it for in general. Like, obviously, I use mine for rendering, among other things. But I also stream, which is substantially more difficult than just plain old playing a game. Than old running. And it also depends on what you value in a game. Are you more interested in consistent frame rate? Or are you more interested in being able to... I just need 2 more. Okay. Being able to hit 4K or 8K or whatever else is interesting to you. I'm pretty sure I'm using Noctuas, but I'd have to double check what I'm using. Let's hold on to that, actually. Hopefully. Yeah, do you care about ray tracing? Pro tip, you shouldn't. Is Rama here? Did Evo just tip? Am I bowing without read? No, I should read. I need to beat you fair and square. Hang on. And yes, mine are the brown blades, not the cool-looking ones. Ah, she said don't bow. Fine. I will dab. Thank you, Evo. I do appreciate it. I will put that towards Wrath of the Righteous. And Rama's gone. Bye, Rama. Sorry, anyway, Dr. Winter asked a question, which is a valid question. Have I ever played Mountain Blade? In that game, you have loads of options, but no clear status to a goal. Is that developer-generated or player-generated content? Player-generated. Something like that is much closer to what I tend to call an actual sandbox game, where the only real thing to do is whatever you make up. And that's fine. Lots of people are into that. It's its whole thing. And you know me, I'm kind of in favor of people being able to do things that they enjoy. I know, shocking. But not for me. No thank you. Need more hardwood. Did I say hi to Kay? I can't remember. Hello to Kay. His first name's George, so... Yeah, Eve is primarily player-generated content. Elite Dangerous is primarily player-generated content. Archage, however you're supposed to pronounce that, player-generated content. Evocron, Mercenary, player-generated content. This is the 7th VOD, Panka. It was requested that I label them so people could tell which VOD we're looking at in the highlight reel. Double check those. Let's Rod of the Cat. Get out of the way, cat. Thank you. Yeah, someone suggested on one of the YouTube comments that I add the timer, and then X suggested I add the label. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get like 15 more people suggesting 30 more things pretty soon. I've sealed my own fate. Let's see if we can get some more hardwood really quick. Oh no, of course we can't, because I'm stupid. I also forgot Linus's birthday. It's because we haven't built it yet, Evo. It was that way when we got here. This place was kind of left to ruin. So... if this game was truly player-generated content, then there would be no events. There would be no hard events, no cutscenes, no relationship values at all. No quests, both the static ones and the random ones. There would be no progression through the mines. There would be none of the story-based things like the incident with Krobus, or the sewers, or the island. None of that would exist. All of that is very clearly developer-generated content. And something that's intended to be done as a form of, this is what you're supposed to do to play the game. I'm glad you're liking them, Panka. Every now and again, I look at the viewing figures, the engagement figures on the highlight reels, and I think that people aren't even watching them. But it's nice to know that somebody is. Elite Dangerous is absolutely player-generated content. Sure, here's the relationship list. And that was it. Any questions? Yeah, honestly, this place... the timeline's a little fuzzy, but this place should honestly be in much worse condition than it actually is. And by this place, I mean the place I'm no longer at, but the farm. The farm. Ah, it's a log. Okay, never mind. Yeah, thank goodness for magic. need to find Abigail, Emily, and I suppose Demetrius. Yeah. Abigail, Emily, and Demetrius. We need to woo all three of them at the same time. And Jody, obviously. The best option. Oh, wow. I am that low on friendship with Sam. That's funny. We're romancing everyone because we are pure evil. Oh, hello. I was cleaning under the cushions. It's your turn this week. Ah, siblings. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of work in this house, and you know it. Oh, it's that new farm boy. He has a name, you know. I do? Hey, I bet you'll understand my point of view here. Squishes her boobs together. I'm really starting to involve you slower. Haley's complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. It's only because I cleaned them last week. Why not have this be your one weekly job, Haley? Alright, you win. I guess this can be my job every week. There won't be any reason to argue over it. Thanks, Laura. That's a great solution. Don't know if I agree with that, but, you know. I'm not even going to make a joke about cleaning under the cushions. Just for Kay, too. Okay, have a thing, Emily. Yeah, Haley is probably the least mature of the romance options, and that's saying something, considering Alex is an option. And Sam. Oh, Caroline. Good, Evo. It was just for Kay, anyways. And his terrible evilness. Which one, Act? Because we've already seen one of them. Excellent, Kay. Good, good. So in English, there's a couple of other parts of female anatomy that can be referred to as cushions. I just keep getting warp totems. Getting kind of weird. I wonder if those stack. Hang on. So I wanted to do Abigail. I still haven't found Abigail. I got Emily. Where's Demetrius? There's Demetrius. I need to get Demetrius. Demetrius! Our one true love. Jackass! Yeah, there's Abigail. Have a thing. Like 15 micromono. And here you go, Demetrius. Have some mayo. This is an interesting specimen. I'm not going to comment on that sentence. And now we need to figure out... So we need to get something for Caroline. Hang on. So she doesn't like mayo. We can't go with the stock option for her. She likes a lot of stuff we don't have. Actually, we do have a fish taco. We could get her a fish taco. We also have the golden pumpkin, which is the universal. No, really. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody likes the golden pumpkin. Let me double check that. Yep, literally everybody loves the golden pumpkin. Even the wizard and Krobus. swear more of these show up during winter. The worms. I have no hard data on that. I just swear I see more of those during winter. Okay. As you can see, we're mostly kind of raising relationships and getting gear upgraded at the moment. We're going to do some hard mine diving soonish. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so get rid of that, get rid of that. All that. Get some more mayonnaise. Always more mayonnaise. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me, Dakota. I was actually going to comment on how winter is probably the most well-designed of the seasons. But I think that might be coincidental rather than deliberate. Where am I going? Oh, right. They're organized, Evo. Everything has its place. And everything goes where it belongs. So there's a thing called organization. I know you've never heard of it. What it means is that I am a boring person. Any questions? If my sister's playing, then organization means catching up to whatever the nonsense she's doing over on the side. The chests are also color-coded, although I'll be completely honest. I tend to do that just for flavor, because I can tell you which one of these chests is which without actually having to look at their colors. Speaking of which, the fish taco's over here. See? Alright, dump off the coal. Still holding on to that for that. I'm still holding on to that for that. And I got a fish taco for Caroline's birthday, which is on the 7th. Then we have an event. What's this event? Festival of Ice. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. We can get a sconce, although that costs money, and we don't have money right now. Again. We've been turning a lot of our money back into upgrades. Oh god, that would drive me mad, Evo. Like, I would give in to the dark side and become a murder hobo. I need to decide what I want to do with this fence, too. But in order to that, I need more stone. I guess I could start doing this. So, sure, let's think about this. I have heard of that von Falkenstein, although obviously I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So let's make a couple of these. Wait, how many do I need to save? 45. Never mind. I can make a few. I can make a few. Actually, I counted that correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, okay, cool. No, I would. I just spend my entire time sorting the chests constantly. It's okay, I've done that before. I've played games with Gary and Dawn and Pax. Now, in Grounded, you can actually label the chests, which helps a lot. So when you're on approach, a little text will pop up here being like, this is the such and such chest. So that helps. When there's something sad. If I wasn't doing the stream break soon, I would sincerely consider playing Dragon Quest Builders 2 right after this. Just to compare and contrast the two. I have no idea, Mike Romano. Oh, hello. And of course, all cheese immediately goes out the door. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is an excellent game and will almost assuredly score higher than this one. But that's because it's not as freeform as Stardew Valley. It's a lot more of a game. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is an RPG. It's just, rather than things like, you know, leveling and combat and all that, it's primarily focused around building. The way I like to describe it is, think of, instead of getting a random battle, it's like, instead of that, you build stuff. And it's extremely cool. Okay. 1 second. Let me see if I have something readily available. And if I don't, that's okay. I should. It should be right here. Hey, there it is. So, let's do some pixel counting. 1. That is awful. Why is that being so dumb? I thought about that, Blade Interval, too. You know what I mean, Hazardous. Someone go stab Hazardous. Just really quick. Oh, I meant to fish. I keep meaning to fish at night, and I keep forgetting to. Really need to actually do that at some point. Hey, hang on, game. Hang on, hang on. I've got so many things to do. Yeah, there's actual or skeletons wandering around, which says a lot if you think about it. During the Halloween event. And then... There we go. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. One of the villagers will actually comment on it, like, how are those skeletons moving? It is, Evo. I highly recommend it. It's a really good game. Anyways. Like, I know this sounds stupid, but of all the games coming up that I'm looking forward to, that's one of the higher ones on the list. I'm really looking forward to replaying Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's such a damn good game. Hi, Crazy Nurse. It'll be like my third and a half time through, too. It does actually have giant snails. That is not a joke. It's probably not whatever you're thinking, but it is a real thing. Okay, so I need to get my axe. I need to remember to fish tonight. Someone don't let me forget. I need to fish tonight. God, my inventory is full. I am carrying too much crap right now. Uh-oh. What is it, Hazardous? What is it? I'm gonna dump this stuff on here just for now. Just for now. And that. Thanks, Hazardous. Appreciate you. Everything's helpful here. Don't get out of the way. I need your eggs. This is a unique situation. I can't get the egg. There we go. Oh, thanks, Andiddy. Thanks, appreciate you. Appreciate it. We have just now started dipping into the hay, and it's the 5th. I think we're fine on hay. Okay. I do need to fish tonight. Okay. No, I did not know that, Rose. It's fine. It's not like it changes anything other than the aesthetic. Give in, Evo. I've played like 5 builder games inside of the last several weeks. In my defense, I've been very much in the mood for them lately. I don't know. And what's funny is that mood hasn't gone away. I am still currently in the mood for builder games. Like, I have fun with WoW, but I kind of wish I was playing Factorio instead. Go ahead, make fun. It's all good. Thank you, Maverick. I suppose you know the question. Yeah, I'm picking up the axe, and then I am giving people mayonnaise. I'm giving Abigail, Demetrius, Lewis, and Haley. Someone write that down. Abigail, Demetrius, Lewis, and Haley. So one thing I think it is, I've always been a bit of a builder. Lewis. Just as kind of me being me. I'm the person who would do building in games which aren't really designed around building, like Civilization or Command & Conquer. But when actual builder games started coming out, I just dove into that, you know? And I've never really dived back out. And a few more money, a few more cheeses, I'll be able to actually get my pail upgraded too in time for the coming months. Or, no, I think I'm going to go for that. I think I'm going to go for that. And then I'll start thinking about gold when we finally start hitting the mines. So I need to find Demetrius. I already got Louis. Lewis, I can talk. But thank you. I need to get Abigail. Haley. There's Abigail. Caroline's birthday isn't yet. I might start fishing earlier, but I do need to have at least some energy for it tonight, because I need to fish at night, specifically. Which I believe is defined as after 7, I think? Something like that. I just generally enjoy construction more than I do destruction. Don't mistake me. Destruction can be fun. I like Devil May Cry as much as the next person. But construction is very enjoyable for me. Always has been. I need a large white egg for that. That's the other thing. And a large milk. And that's going to take... We do have cheese. We could dump some cheese in there now. Might do that at some point. But I'm not in a hurry, because most of this is just fruit. Yeah. Jelly, honey, cheese. I might do soon. Yeah, I built... You saw my stream. You saw what I built in Fallout 4. It was ridiculous and silly and stupid and fun. But it was fun. Winter seeds. So this is the first bundle area we've actually completed. We are the Junimos, the keepers of the forest. And now it's magically upgraded to not be a pigsty. And now it's a crafting space, which honestly, it's kind of a legit crafting space. We've got nice fresh bundles of lumber, plenty of places to sit. We've got dye. We've got an easel. We've got vials of stuff to work with. By the way, I love the doodad design in this game. Here's our sewing area. Here's kind of our drawing, painting area. And there's just some places where you can chill and relax with some books, too. Oh, and a typewriter. That's kind of legit, honestly. Hey. I think our inventory is rather full at the moment. So let's do this. Let's do this. We got Abigail. We got Lewis. Who were the other ones? I would probably try rose wine just to try it, yes. That is a taco. It's a fish taco. Darren DePaul is an extraordinarily talented person, but I would never cast him as someone like the Hulk. I know, right, Hazardous? Haley, that's the other one. Demetrius and Haley. Let's put that up there. And this down here. Ah, itch on nose. Pumpkin seeds. Sure. So I know where Demetrius might be, and I have no idea where Haley will be. I actually tried rose lemonade, literally just a couple days ago. It's quite good. I mean, I guess Zach Taft, but at that point, that's like hiring Patrick Stewart to voice Groot. I mean, sure, but you're wasting the talent on display here. What am I doing? Ah, that's what I'm doing. Really? I was just there. Yeah, no, I'm debating how exactly I want to do my order of events here. So I want to do that, and that. So let's do this really quick. Let's dump these off. Reclaim some space. The wrong button's very important. I'm leaving that on me for that reason. That goes there. That goes there. That stays there. Okay. Rose Turkish Delight. So I'm actually not a big fan of Turkish Delight in general, but Rose Turkish Delight. That sounds interesting. Yeah, but Josh Keaton, you know what? Fine, I'll accept. I don't agree with the usage. The end. Moving on. Turkish Delight is soft, or at least it should be. Speaking of Demetrius. Already did Lewis. I suppose we could do Jody. Not like that. Hi, Shane. Don't give that one to Shane. Okay. There's Caroline. I've never had fresh Turkish delight. I've never had fresh a lot of things. 6 after my clothes. So now, we're in position. We're where we should be. I gave up on Haley. I went with Shane instead of Haley. And I think I made the right choice. Yeah, if nothing else, we just need to raise our fishing skill, which is the primary goal here. I know, right, Crazy Norse? You'd think Sim City, but with a war element to it, would just be my bag, but I just really didn't like the Anyo games. Shrug, I suppose. Maybe I played a bad one, I don't know. Would not be the first time. Yeah, that's not happening. That's a good question, Act. But unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you, because it's been too long. I remember just being constantly frustrated at every step of the way. Like, well, I just want to do this. Okay, well, then you have to do this. Alright, so I go do this. You can't do this. Why? Doesn't tell you. Okay. Well, I'll try this then. Nope. Okay, how about this? Nope. Okay, I'll set up over here. Nope, that fell apart. City died. It was either 2070 or 2250. It was one of the future ones. The world's flooded. Few spits of land left. That kind of a thing. Terrible front end, which requires you to log into like some kind of pseudo website to even access the game, the single player game. Irritated the snot out of me. It took forever to even find the single player campaign, which is mostly a terrible tutorial, because all they wanted me to do was constantly do these versus matches or these daily challenge maps. Just, ugh. The whole thing was awful. I really didn't enjoy the entire process. Oh, I thought I had it. I mean, that's just typical, right? Von Falkenstein. Hey, I should try this franchise to see if I like it. And I just happened to pick the worst game in the franchise. I did that with Monster Hunter, too. First Monster Hunter game I played was the Wii one. That's actually a good question. I am at Fishing 5. I don't know what it's called. It was on the Wii. Hi, Huthor. Well, this isn't frustrating at all. Wow. Have I mentioned I hate the fishing in this game? Because I hate the fishing in this game. Like, it's fine if your fish is one of the easy ones, but this isn't even the hardest type of fish. This is like medium type of fish I'm trying to fish right now. I might just mod out fishing. I might just dump negatives on it. Because there's not much else to say about fishing. And just be like, yep, cool. And just mod the thing. Depends, X, but generally speaking, I click rather than hold. But yeah, Dakota's correct. The core... Oh, hello, Abigail. Everything, Savacom. But ask me again in a second. I guess you're wondering why I'm in the graveyard at this hour. A little bit, yeah. Well, I'm here because it's the best place in town to find some privacy. I'm all sweaty because I've been practicing my swordsmanship. Yeah, Abigail is the only romance choice, I believe, of both genders, who actually will go in, well, not literally, but in lore will go into the caves with you. Hey, what? You think I'm too weak to swing a blade? No. Sorry, guess I'm getting a little defensive. You see, I want to explore the mountain caves, but I know it's too dangerous to go in there unarmed. You've used a sword before, haven't you? Yeah, and it's awesome! See, you understand why I'm out here, then. I've lived in the valley my whole life, but I've never really done anything memorable. I want to go on an adventure. Abigail? Dad? It's okay, we were having sex. We weren't training for adventure. No, Sebastian is goth. I've been looking all over for you. Your mother wants you to come home and help with dinner. What are you doing in the graveyard anyway? This is no place for a young lady. Mind your own business. I guess you'd be at home cooking dinner because I'm a girl, don't you? You're really stuck in the past, Dad. Let's get out of here, Laura. And stab. Well, you coming or not? Okay, bye. Come back. You're terrible, Pierre. Can you believe my parents were ever young? They don't understand my perspective at all. I know. They grew up in a different era with different values. Still ticks me off sometimes, okay? You and me both, lady. Well, thanks for hearing me out, Laura. Now, could you help me untangle my hair from this bush? If you know what I mean. This is a long cutscene. Oh, no, sorry, this is just a second cutscene. Oh, never mind. I thought cutscene. Never mind, we're good. Run! We have to get back. So Evo says, do I like any God Simulator games? I've never really played any that have stuck with me. I tried Populous, and it was really basic. And I tried Black and White, same problem. And that's, most of them, ironically, limit your options so much that it doesn't really feel like it. It doesn't really feel like that genre. So I just never really got into them. I'm sure there's a good one out there somewhere, I just haven't played. There's one I played on camera, which had the exact same problem. It was, you play a sphere. I can't remember what it's called. And you can, like, you can pick up sand, lava, water, and then dump it off. And that's pretty much the majority of the gameplay focus. You pick up and you drop off. And you can only hold so much at a time, and it's extraordinarily limiting. It's essentially a puzzle game. But, ugh. Anyways. Savacom says, what am I working on after this game? So, I shouldn't have advanced the time before I answered you. I have a lot to work on. Some of it's just local stuff. I would really like to... There's some composites I want to compose. And I need to get caught up on the coordinates. I say need to. I would like to get caught up on the coordinates. Excuse me. But I mean, I'm just dying to dig into some DMC music, let me tell you what. But the real stuff, all of that stuff would probably only take a couple of days. Like, all the little stuff, which I'm going to be doing first, is going to be, and then done. The big stuff is, I need to finish the script for the Diablo rewrite. I need to finish the prep work for the Final Fantasy IV Theater. And then, depending on how long that takes, I need to do the script for the Enterprise rewrite. Sure, Clint. I'll hit on Emily for you. Or you could be a man and do it yourself. Alright, do we need any of this crap? Probably not, because all of this fish is all the hard-to-get stuff. And stuff that I have been failing at catching. And I'm not dying for money right now, so... Fish, fish, fish. Move, Hazardous, so I can take your egg. Get out of here. Get out of here, Hazardous. Oh my god. Oh my god, move. I mean, honestly, Clint probably needs some help. Clint... I don't want to say he's depressed in the same way Shane is, because he's not. But he's definitely suffering from some issues. And honestly, probably could use a better life than he currently has. He constantly talks about how unhappy he is with his life, and... Yeah, he works... His work-life balance is worse than mine. He doesn't work as much as I do, but his balance is off. I would not mind helping Clint out. I guess, obviously. Pierre, he's a bit different. And a bit worse. It is the 6th. It's not just romance. He's just... I don't want to call Clint a loser, but I can't think of a better word for what he is. Pierre, by contrast, has no excuse. Pierre is just the kind of guy who should be working as a manager at JoJo Mart. Let's just put that as bluntly as we can. Yeah, like, I don't want to call Clint a loser. I'm trying to think of a better word for that. Oh, right. Don't worry, I'm going to make a contract with him, Blade Trevoni. Everything's going to be fine. Clint is good at what he does. Absolutely. I mean, the man can work with Iridium, which may or may not be gameplay and story segregation, but it's supposed to be impressive. So let's go ahead and put in one of the cheeses. And that's actually it for the time being. But over here, I'm going to put in large egg. Remind me, Act. A historically based 4X game. Doesn't have to be fully accurate, but it needs to be reasonably authentic. I think I do have honey right now, because I think I've actually not sold it at the moment. Things changed a lot after the JoJo Mart went up. been really bad for Pierre's shop. Mom loves Jojo Mart, though. Prices are cheap, so she can afford a lot more than she ever could at Pierre's. Yep, that's the other side of that trap. I don't want to get into poor tax, but poor tax is a real thing. Poor taxes are a real thing. So, holy crap. Okay, hang on. So what do I want to get done today? I need to get that done today. I want to check that. Hang on. Let's put this over here. I had my axe back. I can get rid of those logs. Okay, so a 4X game. So I think plenty of 4X historical games exist that cover everything. And so I don't think I'd zoom the camera out, so to speak. No worldwide kind of a thing. Just double checking. So that would mean zooming in the camera somewhere for a strategy game. Or a 4X game. Sorry, I was debating. Where would I like to zoom in on? I suppose I should talk to Elliot. I will, Ect, I will. I just wanted to finish my time-sensitive stuff. There you go. Abigail dyes her hair. I thought that was true, but, you know, confirmed and all that. So there's your last notion of the whole, oh my god, she's totally an evil relationship thing. No, it's gone. Not evil. What's the word? Cheating. There we go. Cheating relationship. So, Mr. Pierre, it pains me to be the bearer of bad news, but I feel obligated to inform you of a recent development most threatening to your livelihood. Joja Cola Corporation, has decided to expand into Pelican Town. It's too late for protest. Joja builders have already broken ground for the new Joja Mart. This must be devastating news for you. So many years in business, a local standby now obscured by the shadow of a powerful, efficient, economically viable corporation. What a shame. As a manager of the new Joja Mart, I feel to some degree personally responsible for your predicament. As such, I'd like to offer you a position as an assistant grocer. Wages start at 5 gold an hour. I look forward to seeing your resume. So anyways, I should look at how expensive this is, too. 10,000. Oof. Hi, Shane. Yeah, like I said, as much as I fling ire at Pierre, even Pierre is someone who's not as bad as Morris. I don't think anybody is as bad in this game as Morris. But then again, he is kind of designed to be the villain. So... Hi, Eternius. Yeah, that's a pretty common moment, Zactaft. I don't remember Hazardous. Alright. Let's get rid of all this wasteful nature. Ugh. Hate nature. Get out of here. We don't like your kind around here. Interesting, Huthor. This might surprise you, but I probably wouldn't do that. My first thought was to do something a little bit more tribal-based. Maybe set in... See, the problem is most of those eras, and the reason I was hesitating, is we have very little information on most of those eras because most of the history we have was passed down vocally. So, oral history being what it is. After that, obviously, you know the Sengoku Jidai is one of my favorite eras, historically speaking. Sure, Eternius. Admittedly, a huge number of games are set during the Sengoku Jidai. One of the, I'd say the third most popular period in history for people to do games based off of. After World War I and World War II. So I'm going to lose out on this lumber, but I just want this tree gone. Get out of here, tree. No, I don't think I'd set a 4X game during modern day. Ironically, I have no interest in it. So, I don't think my sister explained the other half of the which oven is an electric or gas oven story. So let me explain the other half of that. Have you ever been talking to someone, especially on the phone, and you've been desperate for something to say, because you can't think of anything to say, and the silence is making you feel awkward? So you just say the first thing that comes to mind, even if it's not something you mean or care about, or it's stupid. You ever done that? Because that's what that was. It was very obviously an electric stove, and I knew that. But I just wanted to say something, because I was talking to her on the phone while she was at work. I was taking care of the kiddo. She knows this, which is why she doesn't say that story to actually make fun of me. But, who needs animals, Russ? It's fine. It's fine. What I need is hardwood. Although I don't need that much more, actually. Let's actually leave this for tomorrow. We're running out of energy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I learned to cook when I was a kid. Like a young kid. Taking care of the household was kind of my job since I was 7. That's not an exaggeration. I can pinpoint it. It's when we started living in Colorado. Yeah, whatever. No milk today. You're on, Panka. I mean, I could go fish, but I'm out of energy, so I'm not gonna do it. Think. I think there's anything else I could get done with the rest of my night here. Really. Let's grab that. Jeez, I am so low on stone. I mean, that bread's legit. That's all I'm saying. I just need the one, right? Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I haven't really gone mining at all, other than clearing the farm. Although, in my defense, Crazy Norse, my sister sold 400 stone on accident. It's in the highlight reel. So, in my defense, I should have 400 more stone than I currently do. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's get a little bit of extra fishing skill in here. Why not? Let's try that again. There we go. There's a very limited buyback button in this game. Yeah, I've been debating doing that, Russ. I should probably see what it actually costs to make those. Wood and iron. Urgh. So, tasty egg recipes. Do I need to go pull out my French cooking book that has like an entire section devoted towards eggs again? Ironically, I can't think of any good egg recipes other than the eggs I eat pretty much every day. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can make with eggs, but honestly, I think it's the best thing to do is to figure out something that goes very well with it. Something crunchy works, usually. And just mix that into the eggs while cooking them. Depends on my mood, Evo. I will mention it, Savako. Yeah, bacon's something you add. You can add onions or peppers or tomatoes is something I've done. I've added just straight up salsa, like already prepped salsa to it before. How am I doing on iron? I am out of iron. I don't like boiled eggs. That is to say, like, hard-boiled eggs. Not a thing for me. Honestly, I think I'm going to default to that, Uthor. You probably have long since left and don't care anymore, but I think I'm going to default towards the Sengoku Jedi. Plum pudding! Hello, Pierre. So your first year in Stardew Valley is almost over, huh? If you keep buying seeds from me, you'll be twice as productive next year. And I have some exciting news. I'll be selling new seed varieties next year. That's all I want to say. Have a good one. I'm having sex with your wife. Tomorrow we're all gathering in front of Marnie's house for the Festival of Ice. It's a celebration of winter. There'll be snowmen, ice sculptures, and ice fishing competition, which I am going to fail. I think being on pills is a waste of time. No. The therapy is a waste of time. No. Should we go cold turkey and exercise to support the Chads? Like the supposed Chads say? No. Any questions? Man, I super will not. Evo, have you seen my fishing skill? So, Evo asks, have it ever happened to you to learn a game that you enjoy or used to enjoy is a bad game according to common consensus? Sorry, I'm trying to think if there's any example of that happening in my life. Coffee is a game that I can acknowledge is probably good. Like, I can intellectually understand that it's good. But it's very much not my thing. Both are required for that to work, though. It has to be something I can acknowledge as actually being good, and it has to be something that is just not for me. Something I don't like isn't coffee, because Secret of the Stars is not a coffee game. Secret of the Stars is a garbage game. Speaking of Pierre's wife, let's give her her favorite gift on her birthday. Hey, Pierre, go and give your wife a gift. Bye. The gift is actually a baby. I'm going to give her a baby. Hey, what's up, lady? At this point, I want to romance Caroline just to spite Pierre. There actually are 2 beatable states within this game. I don't know if we'll get the second one. We'll probably reach the first, though. It's a perfect foundation for a relationship. Hey, listen, baby. I love you and all, but I'm only getting with you to screw over your husband. In a different way to the other. You get the point. Right, that's the other thing I'm doing. Speaking of dateable bachelorettes. Hi, Jody. I don't understand why, Evo. Why wouldn't she be romanceable just because she's married? Right, I keep forgetting to... no, that's right. Okay, so let's turn in that. It's actually worse than that if a male word. It's mayonnaise. Whoop, I can't think of an example, Evo. I mean, I've already given up Dakota, so sure. I have already walked away from it. Acrobus. If you caught me. I'm sorry. Take it. Take it. It looks so valuable. I couldn't help myself. You received the magnifying glass. You can have the ability to find secret notes. These notes reveal rare and useful information, debatable, and can be reviewed in your collections tab. Bye. I'll see you when I get 60 things in Gunther's place. One of my favorite streams? I'm going to ask that question to the group. What do you think is one of the best streams we've done this year? I'm going to immediately mention the Secret of the Stars stream. Because that was a surprisingly good stream, despite how that game was. I always recommend the Ride to Hell Retribution lore run. Stanley Parable. That was a decent one. FF14. Yep, nope, that was a good one. Long, but good. Head On was the worst stream ever, obviously. Because of me, of course, not because of the game. Plague Tale was a damn good stream. I mostly remember the Talos stream as being frustrated, but I think that's just because I was frustrated with the game. Which is funny, because about half the time I was like, yeah, no, this is cool and fun and interesting. And then the other half of the time I was like, oh god, why can't I just do this thing? I do not recommend the Elden Ring stream. I never recommend any of those streams. Don't watch the Bloodborne stream. Don't watch the Elden Ring stream. I mean, we did manage all bosses on camera. No, that's not true. All bosses except one on camera, I think. We did do all bosses, though. No cheating, no nothing. And I am legitimately proud of that. But would not recommend. Don't you dare, Hazardous! The Bloodborne highlights reel isn't even done yet! Starring Gene Roddenberry. The tour stream? I felt comfortable during the tour stream. I think we did a pretty good job there. Yep, Portal 2 was this year, and it's Portal 2. Oops, wrong thing. Pay attention, Laura. Hate. Actual hate, Crazy Norse. No joke. No mockery. No meme. Gene Roddenberry was a disgusting human being. And the more I've learned about him, the worse my opinion of him has gotten. I say that without hyperbole. 80-something? Oh no, in Bloodborne? Oh god, I don't remember how many times I died in Bloodborne. Roddenberry is a much worse person than Rick Berman ever was. Rick Berman was not a great person. Roddenberry was worse. Yeah, but I still need one coal for each, Dakota. Which is what I'm hesitating on. I literally don't have enough coal to smelt all the quartz I have right now. Best person I can think of? My niece. We will eventually need a lot of quartz for a couple other things, but that's down the road. Like the lightning rods and the batteries, and I forget what else. Yeah, I'm actually not sure why I don't have a recycling machine yet. Roddenberry probably raped a woman involved a Star Trek Old Bolt. The only reason I say probably is the victim in question has refused, up until her death, refused to ever name who did it. She details the incident rather thoroughly, though, and that was almost to her detriment, because she gives such a detailed account of what happened that it's really clear that it was Roddenberry. Nobody believes me. When I say that I mean something without hyperbole, nobody believes me. Nobody ever listens to me. They're all like, no, so he's... No, you're not listening. Jelly is the other thing. Debate, debate, debate. It would have, Space Cadet. Although... Shrug. Honestly. I mean, I can't be the only one who's noticed that Star Trek got good when Roddenberry stopped being involved in it. Oh, don't mistake me. There's some good TOS episodes, but all of this, the best of Trek, happened from Star Trek 2 and onwards in terms of the movies, and TNG Season 3 and onwards, both of which are specifically marked by being the point at which Roddenberry was no longer involved. So even ignoring the man's being a disgusting human being, he was also terrible for the franchise. Go figure. Also, while I'm on the subject, all the good TOS stuff wasn't because of him, but that's neither here nor there. For more details on that, go watch my ruminations on TOS. I go pretty far in depth into it. What were Roddenberry's biggest contributions? You know, that's actually a fascinating question. Because the more I have studied Star Trek, the more I believe that he didn't contribute anything, with two notable exceptions. So, the first thing that Roddenberry contributed was the initial pitch. Now, you're probably thinking, so he's the one who got the show on the air. No, that was actually two other executives. Oh, so he's the one who put forth the initial ideas behind Star Trek. No, that's also other people. Now, the only credit Roddenberry gets for the initial pitch is for wanting to do a television show that was sci-fi. And that's kind of it. Most of what Star Trek is was shaped by people who are not Roddenberry. I don't say that hyperbolically, that's just literally. So then you're like, okay, well, what's the other side of things? You mentioned there was two. Oh, yeah, that one. Well, the other thing that he contributed was after Star Trek 4, I want to say, he really pushed to make his Star Trek show, TNG. Because Star Trek was financially viable again, so he was able to champion the idea. So he got TNG started, and then other people took it and made it actually good. You know what? In the interest of fairness, there's a third thing he very technically gets credit for. And that's kind of funny in its own right, if you think about it. The other thing he gets credit for is taking all of the credit for creating Star Trek. Hear me out for a second, because I'm only partially joking here. So one of the things Roddenberry was most well known for... Let me actually give you a little bit of historical context here. So, after Star Trek, the original series, TOS, went off the air, there was a big push towards syndication and what's called the convention circuit. That's the term. The convention circuit is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's when people who worked on a show or a movie or a franchise or whatever just kind of circle around and make the rounds, right? Show off their talent or their interest, or they talk to fans and get behind the scenes. It was actually a fairly big thing for, honestly, quite a while. And that idea predates Star Trek by quite a bit, actually. Oh, right. That makes sense. So after Star Trek was pulled off the air, and Trek really made the convention circuit explode. It can be argued, and I would argue this firmly, that the reason the convention scene exists here in the United States is because of Star Trek. And I mean that with total sincerity. The convention scene was a minor, relatively side thing that a couple of people from some westerns and some comedy shows would do periodically. And then Trek showed up. And nowadays we have Comic-Con, you know? Like the convention scene blew up because of Trek here in the States. I don't know about other countries. So what Roddenberry would do is he would go around to virtually all of those. It was pretty much his full-time job, is going to these conventions and plugging Trek. Oh my God, it's the creator of Trek and blah, blah, blah. Now, this is why I say this is something he contributed to Trek, because ironically, the world is such a messed up place that Roddenberry willingly becoming the face of Trek and taking credit for so much of the creation of Trek, even though he didn't deserve all that credit, meant that people would go to conventions for Trek because the creator of Star Trek was there. He became the celebrity, to put it bluntly. And he crafted himself into that role to the point where he drummed up a lot of interest in Star Trek, so that when Star Trek the Motion Picture started, despite the absolutely terrible behind-the-scenes production problems, it was still a financial success. And there was still enough support for Star Trek 2. And there was still enough support to start TNG, and so forth and so on. That support was there in part because of the fact that he was taking credit, becoming the face, and pushing the idea into the burgeoning convention scene. So Roddenberry gets credit for being a despicable human being in a way that benefited the franchise. Now, what's funny, people in the early 90s and in many ways in the 80s had already started calling Roddenberry out for not actually being, responsible for all the stuff he was taking credit for. But word about that didn't really start to spread until, I'd say, probably about 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, exactly, Space Cadet. It's it's life. Ah, jelly. Where's my nether? Whoops. Ooh, forgot about that. I remember Get Smart. Hey, Larian. No, yeah, it's pretty weird, Crazy Norse. I mean, here we are, but... Okay. Got the honey, got the jelly, got that, and we got that. I think that's everything. Let's do animals, because I keep forgetting about that. Where's the other egg? Okay. Whatever. I did hold bolt, yes. So wait, he's not playing the Emperor Hazardous? Because that would be my honest first pick, and you know why? Aside from the fact that he's got the looks for it, think about this. It would mean Cavill, with a little bit of makeup and a little bit of style, could play every one of the Primarchs. Like, frankly, I think that's the perfect pick for him. Whatever, I suppose. That sucks. Alright, well, if he's not going to play the correct role... Yeah, I'm going to say it that way. I've had that question so many times I have a pre-planned answer for it, Eva. Start with TNG Season 3. Did you not just hear me, Huthor? He could play every Primarch. No matter what direction they take it, whatever other side things or shows or movies they do, Cavill would always have a role because he could play all the Primarchs. Come on. Okay, so honey and 1 prism jelly. Here we go. Honestly, I have no idea otherwise who we could play. I got nothing. As long as he doesn't play Fail Badon, I'm happy. Because Fail Badon is terrible. All the Primarchs are custom tailored clones of the Emperor, last I checked. Now you might say, but they don't look like him, like Dakota just did. But, and? First of all, this is an adaptation, so there's no reason they couldn't just adjust that. And second, and arguably more importantly, makeup exists. So. I need to wrap the Christmas presents. I haven't had time. They're all just sitting out in my living room. I can just show up. Yeah, here's your presents. What? Yep, here you go. It was pretty good! Exclamation mark. I didn't get hungry for a bit after, comma, which is a good sign, period. I've got it. Cavill should play an orc! I'm joking. Although that would be kind of cool, but I have never heard his orky voice, so I don't know if he's got a good one or not. Okay, let's go fail at fishing, shall we? Here, let me ask a related question. That's in the desert, isn't it? We don't even have access to the desert yet. What do you think the worst possible role for Cavill in 40k is? A servitor. Just some random voice acting role. I'm entering the ice fishing competition. Why not? Rare Willie ever loses, though. Oh, ice, a beautiful material to sculpt in, but so impermanent. But I guess that might make the art even better. Sorry, but carving ice for parapets requires my undivided attention. I played that game. Honestly, if he played a random guardsman, I think people would latch onto that character hard. Because that happens. Like, you ever notice? I mean, Boba Fett is probably the example of this, but you have some random character who has a few lines and few character scenes, and the fandom's just like, that's the best character. So if you make Cavill play some random guardsman, you know people will be like, that guardsman is awesome. It's up to me, I'd probably have a pizza festival at the saloon. Are pizza festivals real things? Did I ever tell you how George and I first met? He actually pelted me with a snowball on this very festival. He was a gentleman back then. He came over to see if I was okay. I'm not very creative when it comes to snowmen. That's fine. What kind of snowman should we make? Classic. want to give him a carrot nose. There, see? Classic. Oh, this snowman needs a makeover. Who made this? Only started helping without provocation. Does that mean something? Gulp! Clint, dude. I plan on winning the ice fishing competition. Willie's gonna be pretty hard to beat, though. He does this kind of stuff day and night. Snowmen are okay, I guess, but mostly I'm looking forward to the spring. I guess winter isn't all that bad. Playing in the snow can be fun. Snow is so cold I can't feel my fingers anymore. Why aren't you wearing gloves? What do you think of my snow goon? It's lovely, Abigail. I saw a big fish down there. Ooh, nice. Cold? Nah, I never get cold. My emo-ness keeps me warm. How's winter coming for you, Laura? Actually pretty good. I'm at the point where I really should start hitting the mine every day, but there's a festival. Oh, speaking of which, it is Sebastian's birthday. I think he's one of those people who doesn't like mayonnaise. Yep, he does like quartz. So, fine, we'll give Sebastian a quartz. Leave that up there so I remember to do that. I don't have money for cosmetics, so we're going to skip that. Sorry, there's no food. Just wait till the Feast of the Winter Star. You'll be stuffed for days. I don't know, Evo. Extreme temperatures can put your body under a lot of stress. I want to enjoy the festival. Uh-huh. A quartz jar full of mayo. No! I mean, they are going to push the Space Marines because iconicness and marketing and blah, blah, blah. I'm ready to compete. Let's do it. Yeah, if you become a pariah, you will first of all miss out on the story, like all of the story. Second of all, if you become a pariah, you will demonstrably lose out on a huge number of recipes and resources. So, which one do I get? Okay. Let's do it. See, I don't mean to sound negative here, Ect, but the relationships is the core mechanic of this game. Not farming, not fishing, not combat. Relationships. It is literally the point behind playing this game. If you want something that's pure farming, there are other games that focus on that. But yeah, for the record, I do have to tap here. I demonstrate what happens if you hold down, but then I would lose even more than I already would. I mean, I'm totally going to lose this. We know this. God, I wish the bar was bigger. I mean, kinda, yeah, Blade of all. Farming, fishing, mining. All of them are fairly large amounts of the game, but all of them are around the axes of the relationship thing. Speaking of Dark Eldar, if there's one thing I could just eject from Warhammer 40k forever, it would probably be the Dark Eldar. Just gone. There's other bad stuff in that setting, but screw the Dark Eldar. How do you make Drow worse? Well... Nope, just the Dark Eldar. The Eldar are tolerable. Hell, I would take the Tyranids over the Dark Eldar. That's nice, Hazardous. Doesn't change the answer. Oh, that's a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish! Ugh, the smell. After the winner is Willy, because I suck. Oh, no, I actually won. Holy crap. I get the sailor's cap, a spinner, a hook, and some bait. Interesting. Well, that's it for this year's Festival of Ice. Thanks for coming, everyone. Let's release these poor fish. Hey, Variantron. Happy birthday. And then Merry Christmas, very shortly thereafter. I need to remember how to equip stuff for the fishing. I've only ever done it on the Switch. Oh god, does anyone remember how to equip stuff for your fishing rod? I guess we could do it like this. So that's tackle. That's bait. Let's go with that one. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. Although I suppose I have a hat now. Behold my glory! Why don't I have a recycling machine yet? That doesn't say, of course. Oh, he takes any wine for that. I should grab a wine for that. Hi, random. That's right. This is the life of a farmer. Vast, barren terrain. Fishing. All by himself. Nobody loves him. Nobody cares about him. He's just fishing the trash out of his pond. A little violin starts playing. Yeah, V just starts playing his violin. Do I think it's possible to make a good 40K movie that's not R-rated? I think it would be possible. Like, maybe if you focused on making it ridiculous and silly, center it around the orcs, for example, maybe. Maybe literally make it animated. The Adventures of Dern Porkwhite, or something like that, you know, I don't know. But I'm leaning towards no. It's probably possible, it's just something that shouldn't be done. Sorry, I'm checking something really quick. I mean, any proper review should do as much of the game as possible, Robustal, so co-op would be my answer to, of course. Okay, that's what I thought. Not yet, Uthor. I own it. I haven't had a chance yet. Look, the chopper! And the quest for Tife. Although we all know I'd be a Flash Kids. Does that answer you, Act? Oh my god. There it is. I could see it hazardous. Although all the photoshops I've seen of him being the God Emperor of Mankind look a lot better. No, I'm not letting that go. I mean, he's got the chin for it. Come on. He's already confirmed to not play the Emperor, so your wish has been granted. You know, I've been asked that question a few dozen times over the years, and I've heard a few dozen different answers to it. It really depends on how you interpret the man, because he wasn't exactly a great person to begin with. Having said all that, I'm pretty sure he would be horrified by the state of the Imperium. Like, a lot. Not because they're evil. No, no, no. Them being evil was the goal all along. But because the worship and veneration of him would be kind of the main contention point then. And yeah, I'm not even talking about the efficiency problem. You really really inefficient problem. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Sorry, Linus, I don't have time to give you mayonnaise. Bye. But yeah, honestly, that's probably one of the most common questions I hear people talk about when it comes to 40K. Just interesting. We are not marrying Abigail. So your wish is granted. Congrats. We're not even... I guess we have to show off her marrying, but we're not romancing Abigail either. I think we're capped with Penny now. We'll find out for sure tomorrow if we get a notification about it. That hat looks so ridiculous on us. You know what's funny is we've kind of been unintentionally romancing Penny. Like, I was just kind of doing whatever and seeing who we talk to. You know, look how close Penny and Abigail are, just for random interactions. But Penny wins in the end, as she always does. Redheads. Okay, so now we have a couple of upgrades. Not a weapon upgrade, ironically, but a couple of upgrades. I mean, I'm sure there's a Romance Linus mod somewhere. In some deep, dark crevasse of the universe. Game. Game. Okay, whatever. Well, we're getting some iron, so that's nice. Ironically, at this point, what we really need is gold. Coal, of course. We always need coal. Coal is always the bottleneck resource. Why is there no music playing down here? We actually have the number 2 sword. Not much better. That's another thing that's wrong with combat while we're on the subject. I've already given 5 negatives to combat, but there is an issue with collision, which nothing in the game really supports. What that means is nothing prevents an enemy from getting into your hitbox. It's actually pretty hard to get an enemy out of your hitbox. Because they will always home in on the center of your mass. And so if you start moving away, you have to move even further away because they are moving with you, because they're homing in on you. Quite possibly, Craziness. I will admit I don't really try to be good at this, because it's like trying to be good at the combat in Quest 64. For what type of gift, Eva? For there are certainly different types. Go away. Go away. Birthday gifts. Okay. Let's see about that. Something big and fluffy for Nox's sake. Stuffed animal, maybe a pet. As long as it's cute and has a lot of fluffiness to it. I mean, they probably do Gum Gum, but I've never heard about it. Probably a really good video game for Branix. There's a lot of different types he likes, so I can't tell you a specific type, but just a video game he's really looking forward to. Well, there's the wrong weapon. Let's not even mess with it. We'll do one fishing right now, right over here, while we're here. Ah. Ah. Oh, damn it! I was stretching, game. $60. I am on floor 60. Now I've wasted an hour fishing because I was stretching. Which I suppose that's real life fishing too, isn't it? Oh yeah, worth it. So let's see, that's a 4 to 8. That's a 4 to 10. So there's a reason I don't like Dagger. And that's why I don't like Dagger. It actually somehow has even less reach than the sword. Like, you probably thought, oh, wow, this sword with its 1-tile reach and 3-tile range is terrible. How about 1-tile reach and 1-tile range? Trust me, we can go down. God. See, I'm probably not going to use that. Whoops. Be completely honest. Damn it, Laura. Pay attention. Hey, we can make a glowstone ring, finally. I don't actually remember what that requires, but we'll figure it out. Oh yeah, and we can also transmute, because alchemy. Five solar essence and 5 iron. Ugh. Okay, we'll think about that later. The auto grabber can milk your cows and goats, shear your sheep, gather eggs, and pluck. It's only 25,000 gold. Jesus Christ, Marnie. I don't know what kind of money you think I make. If you want to show someone you're romantically interested, you have to give this beautiful bouquet. I don't remember how much that costs either. I don't. Crazy Norse. Yeah, Crazy Norse. Crazy Norse. Marnie was like, hey. That lore's making bank. No, game. I mean, I've seen plenty of stupid authors Gum Gum, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, he just gives away mayonnaise all the time. And will keep doing so until he's friends with everybody. You can get a glowstone ring early on. I forget what it's required. I was a little surprised we didn't get it, because like 3 times I've played this game, I've gotten a glowstone ring before summer. No, Evo. If you've gotten their friendship to the cap, then they will accept your friendship. And by friendship, I mean the thing past friendship. Ultra friendship. Friendship 2, the friendshipping. Now, I should probably mention friendship stops decaying once it caps. So that's nice. It's one of the benefits of raising someone's friendship first. Like, when I get Abigail to 8 hearts, she'll be good. Like, we'll never have to interact with her again. It's one of the reasons I've been focusing on giving mayonnaise when I only have a few to the people at the top of the list. Just trying to lock them in. Speaking of which... Every day is the same. Stocking those horrible shelves, going to the saloon, tossing and turning all night. Yikes! Okay. Where are we at with Shane? Not as far as I'd like. Hey, Shane, have some mayo. Cheer up, bucko. I gave you mayonnaise. Listen, we can't romance Abigail. But we are a robot. Beep boop. I could make it a poll, because it's between Abigail and Penny, right? Alright, tell you what. Unlike Elon Musk, I will not adhere to the results of this poll. But just for fun, just for funsies, which would you pick, Abigail or Penny? Hang on. Which one of these is the damn poll? There we go. Or Caroline. No, everyone would pick Caroline if I put that in. There. Poll started. And it is the 10th. So we need to get that thing for Sebastian. Neither is not an option. This is a review. We do have to review the game. Sorry. Game. Come on, there we go. Ha! That's funny. 10 gold ore is not shabby from that. How much is a gold upgrade? 10,000. Eek. I should probably go for that first. What I'm really going to do is I'm actually going to buy some coal. Just a little. I could, Dakota. I'm just not in a hurry on it. Although, actually, I guess maybe I should be. Yeah, multiple timelines, Gum Gum. And multiverses. And big threats that are existential threats for no reason. Oh, I've already given Abigail too many gifts. Alright, so hold up. So I need an earth crystal, a frozen tear, which I just get. I don't have a fire quartz. I haven't seen a fire quartz yet. A copper bar and a gold bar. Copper bar, gold bar, earth crystal, and stuff I haven't gotten yet. And getting the minecarts unlocked would be a big boon. Like a legitimately good boon. I know, Crazy Horse. I think I might prioritize that a little bit just to get that frickin' minecart unlocked, because that is... Oof. Need this and this, and I can finally start watering the cat again. That's gonna take forever to smelt, so we have time. We do need to find Sebastian. I don't know which one you're referencing, Act. What are you talking about? Explain yourself, sir! Zithmias. I mean, that's my job, Crazy Norse. To get people to play games that they like. Kinda literally. Yeah, I'll test out the water retention thing. I mean, you know Elon's just thinking about it. He's like... See, I was thinking like a really nice cape. Custom tailored just for him. He likes capes. Oh god, is it 50-50 on the damn poll? Because of course it would be. Oh, that's fun. But frozen tear right there. Worth it. Yeah, look at the top of the chat. There should be a poll up there you can interact with. High luck day. I might give up on this. So I've referenced this a couple of times. At one point in the game, the only way to help Penny get out of her not great life was to romance her. If you didn't, she was just stuck in that life, and that was it. That has since been fixed. That's nice. But, I just mentioned that because back in the day I was like, well, guess I only have one choice, don't I? Oh my god. Oh no! Oh god. Oh god. That slime. That slime slimed me. That slime slimed me. Okay, hang on. Back to the wall. Back to the wall. Yeah, it helps Pam, too. Especially when we get her job going again. Okay. So that happened. You little snot. Oh god. Oh god, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I hate slimes. Come on, give me the way down. 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 I have got to have the worst luck today. Holy crap. And here comes more mobs. I really could use that way down. I'm going to not give Sebastian a gift because it has taken me so long to find the way down on this floor. Oh my god. Don't have time for this bat. Go away. I got a geode, so that's cool. I am at 1 health now. Where's the way down? Oh my god! I'm at 3 health. Okay. You win, game! Jesus Christ! Wow! Hi, creator. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, and now it is now too late to give Sebastian his birthday gift. Thank you, creator. Always appreciate. I will put that towards, I guess that's Red Alert. Or no, not Red Alert, sorry, the other one. Command & Conquer 3 is what I assume you mean. I mean, actual real-life studies have proven for, I think, decades at this point, that the, oh, unemployed people are just lazy thing is a load of hogwash. Like, obviously, there are unemployed people who are lazy, but the idea of the stereotype is just a complete nonsense bumble, and has been for a long time. Okay, so yeah, there's the retaining soil, which is what we're gonna try out later. Put those in here. Put all that in there. Hopefully Valerian's not here, because if he saw what a terrifyingly embarrassing display I just did, ooh, I don't think I could. Don't think I could take it. Look at my health, just bleeding down there. Just ugh, ugh, ugh. Just so you know, you're at 3 health. Hey, hey, as a fresh reminder. I mean, this is actually pretty good raspberry jam, all things considered. It's just funny. Our health bar is literally bleeding. Okay, so we got a gold bar for that, and we need more gold. We need so much more gold. We of course do not have more gold. You can cheat. It usually goes pretty badly. Like turbo nukes the friendship and does some other effects that I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, you can be a horrible human being if you'd like to. In real life, as I'm bleeding out in the cold, 11 at night, in the snow. No. So I do need that bar right there. I need to get a copper. And there's, yep, the frozen tear. So actually, all I'm missing is a quartz, and of course, I need to make this happen. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, thankfully this is not Frostpunk cold, because just thinking about that. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna wait for these, because this will be done in a few seconds here. Cat's like, what are you doing up at night? Work mode engaged. Thank you, Amelia Clark's eyebrows. Always appreciate. And of course, if you know what you want to put that towards, please let me know. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Great. I do love being depressed by Frostpunk. It's a great game. I highly recommend it. That's a game that knows how to use events, by the way. Dealer's choice. You got it. Now I gotta see what Valerian did. Towards the FF11 lore run. You got it, Valerian. Thank you. Always appreciate. And I will put that for the worst thing imaginable. Ironically, the game you did put that towards is almost as long as FF11. That's a lie. Nothing's as long as FF11. I could probably beat Dragon Quest VII in the time it would take me to beat one zone in FF11. FF11 is their first attempt at an MMO, yes. I will not speak ill of it, so as to not make people hate me. But FF11 is the worst... No, there are worse games than FF11. So much worse. Honestly, I'm not sure if Devil May Cry 2 or FF11 would be worse. What are you all upset about? No milk. Okay, whatever. Better start making food quick, or you're gonna be food. FF11 isn't a garbage game, or rather, it wouldn't get the garbage tag, but it would probably score worse. Because there's so much more bad in it. You know? There is so much more room for bad to be in FF11. No. Damn. It is also an MMO, which is a different scale. So it doesn't really have a lot of competition at the bottom of the barrel. Like, if I opened up for reviewing all sorts of MMOs, FF11 would be pretty far down there. Not the bottom, just down. What am I doing? Wait. I'm gonna hit the damn mines and not get distracted this time. By the I should have checked my luck before I left. You can still play FF11. No, I put FF11 below Rift. I'm not sure about Tabula Rasa. I'd have to think about that. No, it's just luck. Amelia Clark's eyebrows. I believe so, Ect, but you have the ability to see that better than I do right now. A furnace! Cool. Now we just need that fire quartz. Could someone please check for Ect if Celeste is on the list or the queue? No, you asked me to not answer, and then you went quiet, so I assumed you AFK'd. As you often do. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff I can do, but I think I'm going to beeline that. I really do want to get that unlocked. Thank you for checking. Yes, it is, Ect. That was right there, too. Whatever, take two. Interesting. How funded is Celeste? Because I'm a little surprised it wasn't funded when the Band-Aid was pulled. Nope. Oh, god damn it. Wait, no one's put money towards Celeste? That doesn't sound right. Hey, check it out. It pauses now. I don't know why it's doing that, but hey. Hang on, hang on. I mean, we've already streamed Epilogue, but I might cheat for Epilogue, to be completely honest with you. Because I have played the Epilogue before, and it is balls hard. There it is. Okay, never mind. We're good. That's what I thought. Sorry, I have another list, unrelated to the list or the other list. That, I'm not fighting all this. Let's see if we can make that have slightly less enemies, shall we? I have a list of games that are, shall we say, my higher priorities for dealer's choicing. Most of the games on that list right now are games that we've already streamed and we've already reviewed, but are not current. And I really would like them to be current. It's not the full list of, you know, games that need audit, of course. That's a huge list of games. It's just the ones I would most like to do audit runs of. Celeste is on that list, along with a couple other games. Yakuza is on that list, yes. There's no high on that list, it's just the list. If I ever decide to pull the trigger on that, all those games are getting funded. That's a good thing that you want that, Hopeful, because that is exactly what's going to happen. It would be a shame if you didn't want me to cover Skyward Sword. Because we're gonna. Damn it, Brigwin. I mean, no, Savacom. Ironically, I know this is going to sound silly and repetitive, but one of the biggest problems I have right now with the list, or excuse me, with the queue, is it's too big. It is still too big. When we pulled off the Band-Aid, too many things got funded. Still quite a lot. So, the queue is way too large and needs to shrink before I will think about funding anything. Now, that's partially my fault, because I insisted on doing the thank you streams this year. I could have put that off. But I wanted to pull the Band-Aid on that, too. So I did. Yeah, the thank you streams took us 2 months, for a better perspective on that. So, that pushed the queue back pretty hard. What? Advice for a night shift. Good luck. An idle mind will hurt you worse than anything else. If you have the availability to do periodic stretches, I highly recommend it. If you don't, just walk around every now and again, just to get yourself moving, your blood going. I might bail on this. I'm gonna bail on this. Well, that sucked. But yeah, keeping your mind active and your body active are really important to enduring those kind of shifts. Especially if you're not used to it. Yeah, boredom is one of the worst things. I know that sounds strange, but no, trust me. Because boredom is just the first step of many. And it goes down from there. So, Zaylanar. It's okay, I don't think you've gotten any of their names spelled correctly, Evo. Spell Noxaith for me really quick. Just for my amusement. Appreciate you. Alright, so. What would be a good gift for Zaylanar? I should probably be smelting. No, I don't really need iron. I mean, I do need iron eventually. I'll go ahead and smelt the iron. I'm going to need it eventually. Ouch, by the way, Crazy Horse. Mm-hmm. Way too long, Warpcore. Probably about 3 months, give or take. So what Zaylanar would really like, Evo, is... And then she leaves. Hmm. I'm in a weird place. I've got energy and nothing really to burn it on. I guess I could raise fishing a bit more. What does... 3 iron. Death to boredom. I mean, okay, real talk. Boredom is one of those weird things that everyone just kind of, at least in the country I live in, sort of assumes that they treat it like it's a mild thing. Like it's not an issue, in other words. But boredom is actually really dangerous in a lot of different ways and for a lot of different positions. Boredom is awful. Boredom can really screw with your head. And that goes into extremes, too. Obviously, true isolation, true boredom can absolutely wreck your mental health. Hey, Chris Vilker. Yeah, boredom can make us do very stupid things. That is also very true. So, it always kind of irritates me a little bit when people treat boredom as if it's just a little problem. And it's like, no. No, that's something that should be dealt with appropriately. Yeah, boredom's not great. Salvacom asked an interesting question. What gifts should townspeople be giving you if that were a thing? Iridium. Anyways, thank you, Chris Vilker, for the sub. If you know what you want to put that towards, please let me know. Do these need bait? God, I don't know. Do you need bait? It's not answering me. Well, the good news is I do have a little bit of bait thanks to that event earlier. This in here. There. Now quit whining, you dumb thing. God. Interesting, Crazy Norse. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I have pushed for years for interactive entertainment, aka video games, to be a thing that's more accessible and more available under the proper usage and proper circumstances, obviously. Specifically because of the fact that I think it's actually a net positive on society. I suppose you could say I'm biased about that, but I mean that with total sincerity. I think video games are a big boon to society as a whole, and to individuals in general. As a reason, I have quietly encouraged my niece to play video games since she was young. Specific video games, careful video games, but video games nonetheless. Whoops. That was irritating. I gotta put the pot back down. I am researching the forgotten art of shadow divination. Okay. Is there a reason you're doing that? No? Okay, cool. Mobage is its own thing, and there's a reason, other than just stubbornness, why I so consistently insist that Mobage is not gaming. Because it isn't. Like, even just fundamentally, that's not a video game at that point. See you around, Mr. Red. Good fortune. That's what I thought. Snail, right there. Hey, we can actually finish the crab pot bundle. I mean, the analogy I like to use is from fiction, so it's a terrible analogy, but I'm still going to use it. Let's say you could go out and get some exercise and run around and, you know, explore some stuff, see some new sights. Or you could have some chemicals dumped directly into your brain that would simulate the same thing you'd get from doing that. And yeah, I think it's obvious where I sit on that particular argument, rather firmly. I don't know, Ect. I don't remember Brave New World, and frankly, I don't want to. Sorry, I kind of hate Brave New World and everything by Heinlein, so... Just kinda, you know. Just a little bit of vitriolic hatred. Don't mind me. Oh, was Brave New World Huxley? Who the hell's Huxley? Brave New World. I don't think I've ever read Brave New World. Anyways. What's the one about the guy from Mars who's disgusting and horrible? I thought that was a Heinlein word. And I thought it was named Brave New World. Alright, let's go... Let's go give some people some mayonnaise. Where are we at on that? For God's sakes, hang on. We'll just look Heinlein. Heinlein! What have you written, you terrible, terrible person? Stranger in a Strange Land. That's what I'm thinking of. 12th. Okay. By the way, the poll went with Abigail. So that sucks. You can read it yourself if you'd like to make your own judgment on it, Michelano. I would rather not even discuss it, if that's okay with you. Disturbing's a good word for it, Savacom. I like that. Yeah, that book is disturbing. Abigail has an SNES, but a terrible game library. Although she does like Chrono Trigger, so she has some taste. Right. That's the other thing I was thinking about doing. It is 200 gold to date someone. Let's see. Abigail, Caroline, doesn't care. So Abigail, Emily, Lewis. I have Crazy Horse. Hey, Lewis. Listen, Avatar 2 is just so beyond you, guys. It's just, you don't even know. It's so great. I can't comment. I haven't seen it, and I never will. Alright, Penny. Will you date me? I accept. Thank you. Aw. We are now... I didn't know you felt the same. Everyone... Oh, okay, so... Ahem. We're now going steady. I need to figure out what Caroline likes. What do you like, Caroline? Daffodils. Okay, cool. Oh, thank God, Hazardous. Okay, so, Dark Souls sucks. It's the suckiest suckitude to ever suck upon suckination, okay? Like, if you were to cram all of Devil May Cry 2 into, like, one bundle, it still would not suck as badly as Dark Souls 2. I mean, Dark Souls in general. Yeah, just give someone a bunch of mayo. And then some flowers. Hey, what's up? How did you know? Well, I gave you a bunch of mayo. DMC2 is a worse game than Secret of the Stars, yes. Just barely. The difference between the two is microscopic, but it is there. If you check the list right now on the website, you will find that that's not true on the website, because one of the things I need to do during the stream break is get the website up to date, which it currently is not. Elden Ring is the greatest game ever made in the history of the ever. It fundamentally changed how I view my life and my person. It was a spiritual awakening playing Elden Ring. The universe opened one drifty eye towards me, and I knew peace and tranquility within my very soul, because Elden Ring was that good of a game. That's why it scored an 80 in the golden number. Now, what's really funny about that is I stand by that completely. Some people would probably think of that as an insult, but no, I'm with that. Crab pots! Jesus Christ, game. Ironically, I haven't heard a lot of negative feedback about the 80 score for Elden Ring. I am admittedly a little surprised about that. It probably helps that 80 is actually a pretty good score. Like, you might think 80 isn't one of the best games ever, and you'd be right. But if you look at every game ever, if you look at the mass gradient of games, 80 is quite good. Yeah, exactly, Ronan. Elden Ring is a perfect example of a game that kind of peaks, I'd say, about halfway through, and then nosedives. Ironically, the golden number is only really the golden number is something that only gives across an idea of how quality it is if we have enough golden numbers to compare against each other, which of course we do. But that's why I have that little handy-dandy guide in the guessing game sheet. But that guide isn't, like, set in stone. That's experience, practice, and reality. Like, I didn't decide that 10 is a good score. Reviewing a bunch of games decided that 10 is a good score. Does that make sense? As opposed to, like, if you do a 1 out of 10, which one's the best? Which obviously, in that case, you are deciding 10 is the top of the thing. In my case, I just give points, and then everything lands wherever it's going to land, with no actual ceiling. Well, since we have these, why not? Either way, anything over 0 is net positive, because that's how that works. Anything below 0 is net negative, because that's how that works. When you get to about 40-ish, that's what I call average, like an averagely good game. When you get up to about 80 or 90, that's when you get to the point of actually being a good game. 120 and up, that's the really good stuff. Like, that's great stuff. 200 plus, that's the best stuff. And then in the negative range, it kind of follows the same, but in a much smaller format. Anything negative at all is bad. Anything that manages more than negative 10 is awful. Anything that gets negative 60 is the worst game I've ever reviewed. So far. Averaging, Mike Romano? Like, I feel like I literally just answered your question, Mike Romano. I didn't decide 40. The system decided 40. Like, it's not like I sat down and said, and lo, behold, 40 shall be the number which this shall be thine. Verily and forthwith, on yonder window, light breaks, and lo, it does come before the dawn, and with the dawn there shall be the number 40. That doesn't work that way. Thank you, Hector Anthem. I do always appreciate those subs. Thank you. I will put that towards the Modern Warfare 2 remake, if you give me a minute. I cannot pick thresholds, no. The only threshold I can pick is greater than 0 and below 0. That's it. That's the only thing I can decide. Everything else is dependent on the system itself and where things land. What am I doing? I am making bait. I now have bait. The lowest scoring game I've ever had is Devil May Cry 2, which just barely beats out Secret of the Stars. You got it, Chris Vilker. And thank you again. If you give me a minute, I'll give you the actual scores, because the sheet, which you guys do not have access to, has all of the up-to-date information, which will then have to be... See, part of the problem is I have to painstakingly manually get all the information from the sheet onto the website, and I just want to do it in one bundle because, holy crap, it's going to be a nice, long, arduous thing to do, and that's why I haven't bothered yet. That, and I haven't had time. So let me go down to the bottom. So yeah, Devil May Cry 2 is negative 60.12. Secret of the Stars is negative 59.45. Like I said, they're inches from each other down there. If we exclude... sorry, I'm dry today. If we exclude MMOs, the game at the top of the list may surprise you, but the games at the top of the list probably aren't. Towards the top of the list, no. I'll have to do it myself. Towards the top of the list are, in no particular order, Divinity Original Sin 2, Mega Man 11, Mass Effect 2, Portal 2, A Hat in Time, and Metroid Dread. All of those sit way at the top, just kind of dominating everything else in terms of score. And yeah, I should probably take a drink. For the record, I highly recommend every game I just mentioned. By the way, funny thing. Think about the genres of the games I just listed for just a second. So there's Portal 2, which is Portal 2. That's why that's on the top. So that's kind of an exception. But then... There we go. But then we've got Metroid Dread, platformer. Hat in Time, platformer. Mega Man 11, platformer. Mass Effect 2, RPG. DOS 2, RPG. Mortal Kombat 11 is pretty high up there, too. That's... So something some people don't understand. Metroidvanias are platformers. It is a subgenre of platformer. Keep catching snails. I think I actually caught a crayfish. Holy crap. So a lot of... this is as good a time as any. Sure. Talk about here. Probably Hopeful. I actually haven't rated most of the Zelda games yet. We'll be doing that during the Zelda block. So... A lot of people don't understand how the golden number works, and that's fine. It took me several years to come up with a system that would accurately represent the golden number. So, how do I begin with this? If I was to just look at the raw score, the raw stats, for example, and say, these are the things, that is something I could do, but it would be woefully, wildly inaccurate to do that. Because all that would take into account is the base statistics. Anybody who's ever done any kind of statistics work ever will tell you that statistics need something called weight in order to actually matter. Let me use a made-up example. Let's say that there's this dungeon over there. Dungeon? Wow. Nation. Don't read into that. And in this nation, there are 10 people who live there. Okay? And then there's this other nation of which there are 100 people who live there. Now let's say in the first nation, 9 of those people are blue. And let's say in the second nation, 9 of those people are blue. So in one case, it's 90%, in the other case, it is 9%. The relevance here is that you have to then properly weight that against what it is you want out of that information. Otherwise, all you're going to get is an invalid figure. If you just say, oh my god, it's 90% versus 9%, then all you're doing is... I forget what it's actually called. Any statistics people can probably correct me on this. What they're doing is they're giving you a surface-level statistic, as opposed to an interpreted statistic. Raw stats are easy to come by, really. But what we actually need is interpreted stats. We need to know what those stats actually mean. So that comes down to weighting in something like this, which is reviewing. You know, how does this weight against something else? So what I have to do, and what we did do quite some time ago, was say, no, I don't want to eat the egg. As we sat down and figured out how much each aspect of game design mattered relative to all other aspects of game design. There's a reason why the golden number goes through something like 12 separate end formulas and calculations in order to determine exactly what is valued where and how in order to give us the golden number. One moment. What am I getting? I'm getting the cranberries. No. No. The cranberries. This game, I swear. So if you look at a score of a game and you say, well, this game scores better or worse or in between, then why does it have a different golden number? The answer is because you're only looking at surface level statistics, whereas I'm looking at everything. The biggest variables being both density and variance are the two big things. A game in which there's a really, really good story but crappy gameplay, in my valuation, in my opinion, is not as good as a game that has worse story but equally good gameplay. So variance matters. Similar thing to density. You know, how much of the game's time is actually spent doing something that improves the enjoyment of the game is relevant and significant. And yeah, to be perfectly blunt, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon had a pretty good story score, I believe a net negative gameplay score, and that severely damaged its golden number. I guess I could, Eternius. I mean, Lord knows I've explained that long enough that I could probably just give the speech I just gave, and then dump it there and be like, here you go, plonk. What am I doing? That's done, that's done, that's done. It's the 13th. Where are we at? Nobody's birthday yet. Let's go see our one true love. I mean, something several of my viewers have been upset about several times is that the review process is intended to review all of a game, not just part of a game. I shouldn't have to explain why, but the reason it causes irritation is because it almost universally lowers the score of a game, because optional side stuff tends to be not as good in a lot of games. Look, it's fine, Evo, it's fine, don't worry about it. Final Fantasy X is the perfect example of a game that will not score well. I did that, didn't I? It won't. I'll tell you that right now. Not because of Tidus's laugh. Something that's never actually bothered me and is in fact a scene that'll get multiple positives. But because of the fact that so much of the optional content of FF10 sucks. The arena is terrible. Getting the optional weapons is awful. All the super bosses are some of the worst designed bosses in gaming. Like, individually, all of them suck. Pretty copyrighted Trihexia, for the most part. Why don't they sell mayo? Well, why don't you go introduce yourself to Lore? I could do that, Bladeball. So, top 3 games judging solely by side content. World of Warcraft comes to mind immediately. I'm actually going to have to think past that point, but we'll start there. Oblivion, while we're on the subject. Hmm. Some people think I'm lore Trek runner. Which is funny when you think about it. I have covered all of Trek at this point, not counting the new stuff. Aw. Well, cheer up, Penny. I got some mayonnaise for you. I mean, it's on the list for funding, Eternius, so... Yeah, I was thinking about Breath of the Wild, but I don't think that really qualifies. I was thinking about the GTAs, but honestly, most of the GTAs have really good, main content. Almost maxed with Abigail. Emily. We need to find Emily. No, we are not romancing Abigail. Why would I be okay with a hero deciding not to kill people? That's actually really, really stupid. On every level, really. Yeah, no. Heroes don't kill. And that's my answer to that. I don't have a gift for Caroline. The problem is there's lots of reasons heroes should kill. But even more to the point, what really frustrates me is how often fiction will specifically use the hero refuses to kill as a cheap way to generate either drama or to try and increase the threat. And it's always cheap. It's always some random nonsense. Because we're romancing Penny. You apparently didn't notice this, but earlier in the week, I flat out said, whoever we randomly get highest first is who we're going to romance. Penny was highest. We're romancing Penny. That's it. But yeah, to use the extremely obvious example, the Joker should die. Like, that's it. That's the end of that sentence. He shouldn't be tossed into a prison cell where he eventually escapes and comes back because he's got Joker immunity. Oh, don't even get me started on that Braylon. Good God. Really irritates me when the hero's like, oh, I'll never kill. Having killed lots of people. Recently. The two. This is the No Mayo Club right here. Those two and those two. Those 4 people, plus Caroline. I mean, you could argue whether or not Batman should kill the Joker or not. That's debatable. You know who should kill the Joker? The institution he's dumped into. What irritates me the most about that no-killing thing is, for some reason, it's always placed universally upon the hero themselves. That Bats should kill, or that Spidey should kill, or that Soups should kill. And nobody thinks about the fact that most of the time, they bring in villains and toss them into a prison cell somewhere. Which means they've gone through a trial and a process and all that. And that trial has decided, no, let's leave the Joker alive. There's your fail state right there. Now, granted, there are exceptions to that in fiction, because there are times when the hero doesn't really have a choice but to kill. You know, when they are in a dire or immediate or crisis situation, and the villain has their hand on the trigger or whatever, right? Like, there's plenty of circumstances where they're like, they have to make the judgment call and literally or metaphorically pull the trigger. But the overwhelming majority of those situations don't actually go that way. Instead, they end up beating them, they punch them a bunch, and then they throw them in prison. And that's where that should happen. What am I doing? Yes. Name one competent cop in DC who is not named Jim. So anyways, Justified, Crazy Norse. What I find vaguely interesting about the fact that they killed Thanos is that it was actually done for a big character moment for Thor. Ironically, even though Thanos absolutely should have died there, he killed him for all the wrong reasons, and it actually haunted him for the entire rest of the movie. So, hey, character. A pacifist hero. And no, I don't write Jedi. Yes, Darkseid should die. Actually, Darkseid should just stop being written, if we're being honest. But he should die one way or the other. Just gone. No, that made perfect sense to me, Eternius. No, what irritated me was Thor 4, which took all of that character and development and progression and threw it completely out the window. Mm. Oh, right, that makes sense. So what am I missing? Copper. I've been extraordinarily de-invested in Phase 4. Correct, Crazy Norse. Like, there are certain individual things, movie-wise, in Phase 4 which have been fine. And then there's the rest of it. Yeah, do you like how in Thor 4, a movie that is predominantly a humorous parody style movie, every now and again they just pause to fight a bunch of generic enemies? They did that 3 times in that film. Anyways. Oof. rather than try to get another day in, I think I'll go ahead and chop off for lunch. So, in about an hour, I'll see you for more winter, and hopefully we'll actually finish up year 1.